Good morning, and I'd like to say welcome to everyone. My name is Tammy, and this is SoFly's Unique Boutique. This is my small little spot in Berwick, Maine. I'd like to say greetings from Maine. If you are new here, thank you so much for pressing play. And if you are a regular, you know how much I appreciate you all. You guys are awesome. So, if this is your first time watching me, I'd really please, do all the YouTubey things like subscribe, so on and so forth. Comment, whatever. I'd really appreciate it. So, let's get started, shall we? Yeah? Okay. This is FlossTube number 85, and today is April 11th. I had to stop and think there for a minute. And it's April 11th, 2025, and it's approximately 10:30 in the morning. Okay. So, I did have a couple of new starts, but we'll get to those. I also have some whips, some goals that did not get completed yet, but I have worked on quite a few things. 14 actually. Some of them weren't all that great, but others. One of the things that I worked on was my full coverage called 3 Cheers. It is for my daughter. It is about album cover from My Chemical Romance. She told me what the full name of the album is. I have no idea. It's not something that I listen to anyway. Hold on just a minute, I'll see if I can find the picture, because I don't have a picture of it, but I do have a picture of the poster that's in her room that looks pretty much exactly like what I'm stitching. Yeah, is it March? I think it's March 13th. Possibly. Not sure. Nope. Wasn't March 13th, that's something else. Oh, come on. Where is it? I need to take another picture of it, I guess. Right. Nope. I have no idea where it is. But this is what it looks like. This is called 3 Cheers, and I kind of sort of finished up this square here. I worked in here. I got this one full, and I moved down here. So I did get 200 stitches in here for the letter T's. And the letter T's are in Easter and basket. So here's that one. The other one that I worked on was this, and I don't have a picture for this one either, but I gotta get one. This is the Nevermore Quaker from Lila Studios. I'm doing this on a 25 count Stormy Night, and I'm doing it 1/1. And I didn't think I'd like it, but it's actually not that bad. It's a little tiny, I'll admit, but I like it. And I'm using all the called for colors, the specialty floss. This right here, this color here, that is called Slug Bug. And then you have, I think, black coffee. Oh, there it is. So this one I did 238 stitches for the two ends in Bunny. Okay, the thing I did not work on was Spring Awakens, because that's for the color pink this month. Any whip that's Easter or Easter or a spring. My goal was try to get the rest of the 1,000 stitches on Native Gobbles. Didn't do that one. Okay, so next is, oh, nope, that's not it. Let's see. Oh, well, here is the Native Gobbles, or the Gobble Couple. And I have to get, I have 623 stitches on this already. So I need to make it to 1,000. And I'm doing this on a brown 16 count model that I got from Wicked and Whimsy on Etsy. And this is as far as I've got it. And I'm using the specialty floss on this too. So I think I need approximately 500 stitches. So I'll work on this weekend. I'm not planning on going anywhere except to get some blood work done tomorrow. But that's very early in the morning. I have no debit card again, so I haven't gonna be buying anything. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's terrible. Terrible. But anyway. So, here's that. So the other thing I had to do is work on the G's, letter G. I had 2 of them in eggs. So I pulled out Ghost Town by Autumn Lane Stitchery. And I did 225 stitches. This is done on an 18 count haunted by Pictures Plus. And oop. And hold on a second. As you can see, I finished up the house over here to the ground, and I got my little vampire ghost in. Isn't that cute? And I started working on the roof of the other house. So, I think what I might do is, instead of waiting for like a G to show up, I might just maybe once a month on the 13th for dark stitching, work on it to get some more work done on it, because I really like to get it done if I could. Same with the Nevermore Quaker. Maybe, do like on Ghost Town, do 200-300 stitches on that, and then same day, which would be the 13th, do 200-300 stitches on the Nevermore Quaker. I mean, I have plenty of other Halloween that I could work on that day too, but we'll see. And then, now this is Carrot Market by Jardin Privé. Now, I finished up, I did 237 stitches to make the full 700. And that part I worked on for Stitching by the Shores I Spy Challenge. And I'm going to work on this for another 200 for spring. For the letter color pink. And that's as far as I've gotten. Now, one thing that says spring to me is when I see my daffodils come up. Well, I don't mind. My husband died, so they come up every year. So that is like when I see the first one pop its head and I get those white and yellows, possible oranges, I know that we're actually in spring. So, not yet. I think he came out kind of cute. I mean, I did start backstitching the market. And I backstitched the legs on the little bird. And I backstitched the stems on the daffodils. So what I'm going to try to do is do another 200 stitches on this weekend for the stitch by color. Alright. Now, the next thing I worked on was this is Snort Stock by Plum Street Samplers. There's the three little pigs. They're so cute. I like their little snouts. But this, I put over 300 stitches in because we had 3 S's on. We had an S in Easter. We had an S in eggs. And we had an S in basket. So that's how far I got. Look at those colors. They're amazing. I love the, you know, like the little teals and the seafoam. Little buds are seafoam. And so are the little, like little diamond shapes in the second pig. So, next time I have a lot of S's and some R's, then this will be coming out. But it's also slated for finish, so if it comes up on my finish wheel, that's where I'll work on that. Okay, next. All right, the next one I worked on was, I did 227 stitches on my spring owl. There she is. And then, you know, on the first day of summer, I'll start the summer, blah, blah, blah. Just like I did with the Spring Awakens, Summer Refreshes, Autumn Provides, Winter Cometh, those ones from Stitch House. These are from Goffin, Goffin Designs on Etsy. And I got this as a 4 back bundle. So here's how far I got yesterday. Here she is. Doing this on an 18 count Forbidden Fiber Company Lucky. He's a fabric of the month for last March, I believe. So I filled in some of the loose feathers. I started on the necklace. I think the next time I work on it, I'm going to get the bow. So there is that one. See, she's got a little bow. Okay. Alright, I didn't bring in my little Easter egg. Because I just started on it yesterday, but I did get 246 stitches. And I need another 200 and some change, or another 200 for the E's. So eggs, the word is complete because I got the A, the E, and basket is almost complete. I just need to do the B and the A, and then I'll do the E's in Easter. So that'll be 400 stitches. The only letters I have left are B for basket, B for bunny, so there's 2. A in basket and A in Easter, it's 2. The K in basket, the U in bunny, the R in Easter, and the Y in bunny. So I will take care of those hopefully this weekend. We shall see. Okay. So I will hopefully get that finished and bring it in because I don't have a picture of it. So, what else did I do? Okay. Now, when I spun the wheel last week, I spun for my full coverage. But first, I spun for my my Motif Monday, which was the Christmas Quaker. I think it's a daily pattern post. I thought it was tinsel cross stitch, but it's daily pattern post. Hopefully you'll be able to see this a little bit better. Oh, there we go. That's as good as it's gonna get. Let's put it that way. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, okay, well, you know what? I really want to start this, and I wasn't sure of what fabric I'd use. So I found myself a piece of 25 count Silver Moon. I do have to take some out. But here it is. This is my start. I had 286 stitches. I still need to get I don't know, enough to make 1100. I think it's 814. So I gotta take this side out, or at least part of this out right here, and then I can move on to the next motif. I want to fill in this motif here and then work my way over or mark my way. I'm not quite sure yet. And I'm using $9.31 because I like the color. And I love doing Quakers. I absolutely love them. They just make me happy. So there's that. And then I spun for Wednesday, which was Wonderland Wednesday. And this is Jardin Privé Alice. I'm just calling it Alice Snowglobe. I don't speak French. But there's that. And I'm using all the colorful colors, hopefully. Yeah. And I'm doing this on an 18 count mint from Pictures Plus. And all I had to get was 100 stitches. And there's my 100. So next Wednesday, this will come out and I'll get another 100 stitches. Just like next Monday, or this coming Monday. The Christmas Quaker will be coming out, and I'll be working on it on Monday. So, these are for the month. These are going to be monthly things. I'm not going to spin for new stuff or different ones. They're just going to be focuses. Focus. So I got that. And then I also worked on Wednesday, if I can find it. I worked on, and I got 453 stitches in this. Let's see if I can find a picture here. Oh, there it is. And it's a black and white picture. This is from Pixie Stitch on Etsy. It's called Wonderland Teacups. And I'm doing this on a 14 count Forbidden Fiber Company. I don't remember the name of it. I think it's like a peach. And this is what it looks like now. I finished this teacup here. I have to finish this one here. I did this whole line of trim or border, did this, and worked on this one here. So I want to say I completed my goal of 400 stitches. So I'm not quite sure. I'll have to check that out, but I know I did it. So and it worked for Wonderland Wednesday. So I might just pick that up again on Wednesday and just work on it, because it's also a focus whip for this month. Okay. Now, this one I worked on for I Spy, because the prompt was something silly. And when I look at this face, it kind of looks silly to me. So I put in 230 stitches. This might be another Wonderland Wednesday whip. I have plenty of them. So this is as far as I got. So I put in this right here. I finished this border. I finished these little scallops on this side, and I put in some more green. And the green is under the bow and in the little box. Yep. So hopefully next time I get this out, I'll be working on the tail. I think. Or I might just bring some orange in, because there's orange underneath here. Goes down. And then there's some more green. I might just do that. You know, just to get the frame worked on. Yeah. Because I've got all the way down to here to work on. So. And I want to try to get some more of this side done so I can work towards the bottom. But this is going to be, this is from Miss Bugatti, doing it on an 18 count easy count fabric. 80. And you can, if you look on Etsy, you will find Alice, you will find the Wizard of Oz, Pride and Prejudice, I believe. Yeah, it's Miss Pagatti's on Etsy. So we did that. So that was the I Spy. Alright, and the next news start I had was last Friday, and depending upon how I feel this afternoon, I hope to get 300 stitches into it. If I can find it. So I worked on this twice. I worked on it Friday, and I think I worked on it Tuesday. So I got 600 stitches in this. Oh, come on, where are you, Dobby? Aha, there you are. Here he is. That's Dobby. This is from Justin Cross Stitch on Etsy. And the way they charted it for Pattern Keeper, they put the blends. There's quite a few blends that are in the face, the ears, the back is just one color. The background is just one color. And out of 53,200 stitches, I got 600. And I am at 1.13%. And right now the only thing I have is 415, which is fine. And here it is. That's 600 stitches right there out of 1,800. So I still have 1,200 to go. So I don't know if I'm gonna go put the 300 stitches in here, which would make it 19,900, and then work my way down to the diagonal. I don't know, or I might just work, you know, the diagonal as is right now, and that should give me, you know, 1,800 stitches. I mean, he's not much to look at right now, but hopefully in a little while he will be, and it'll be great. Where did I put my pen here? Woo. Oh, right there. Okay, so Dobby and Dobby. Alright, and last but not least, after Sunday and not doing the temperature on Saturday, did it on Friday, but I didn't do it on Saturday, and I did almost 500 stitches on Sunday. I'm not doing that again. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna turn this into 100 stitch a day stitch for the rest of April and see how much I can get done. So I do need to put 500 stitches in it as of today, but I can do that. It's not a big deal. I don't know if I'm going to do it today or if I'm just going to wait until tomorrow. But I love this, and I can't wait to see where it gets done. It's a cute little It's a very small full coverage. It's not big at all. Just have to find it. I know I have a picture of this one. Come on. This is by 2x2 Stitch Art. It is called the Stained Glass Bee. And I've always wanted to do a stained glass since I saw them. So this is one I chose to start. I have a couple of these full coverage stained glass bees, and I have a butterfly that's printed. I have no idea where my Christmas pig ended up, and I have no idea where my winter bear ended up until I go through a bunch of stuff. So anyway, I got 464 stitches done. And here it is. I did a lot more black outlining. I'm trying to fill in now. So that's why doing, you know, a couple hundred stitches is not, like 500 stitches is not going to bother me too much, because these are big spots here. And like right here, right here, right here. You can see the bee more. This is his face. So yeah, it shouldn't take too much time to get, you know, some good filling. So that is my plan. Anyway. So that is everything. Yay! So I did write out a few plans and goals. So my plans are, my goals are, to do the goal for the native gobbles. That's number one. Work on Spring Awakens and get the 200 stitches there for the color pink. Work on the carrot market and get 200 stitches there for the color pink. To finish 1200 stitches on my Dobby, and that'll take me till the end of the month. My Wonderland Wednesday, work another 100 stitches on my Alice Snow Globe. Plus, I also want to work on my Cheshire Cat and possibly my teacups. Monique, again. I have felt like crap all day, and I've been up, and I've only catnapped. I did not sleep well. So Motif Monday is my Christmas sampler, and I need 814 stitches on that. I am going to do a new start this week, even though I've already done a couple, but I really don't care. The ones that I've done are small. I don't know if I have it here, but it's the Sophie's Sheep by Plum Street Samplers. Maybe this one, I don't know. Let's see. Oh, that's not it. That's not it. Yep, here it is. And this is my new start. It's Sophie's Sheep. From Plum Street Samplers, and I do have there is a DMC, because basically it's in Gentle Arts, and This is done on a 36 count vintage light exemplar using 1 strand of cotton over 2 linen threads. No. I have some 18 count that might work because it's got such dark colors. There's nothing really too light, so it might work. And if worst comes to worst, I can always darken them up a little bit. So there's that. So yeah, and I've got to get 1,400 stitches in that. I'm going to work on my woodcut raven. Yeah, I think I have it in here somewhere. I just don't know. Let's see. That's not it. That's it. Don't think so. I'll check. Just to be on the safe side. Oh no, that's Nocturnal Messenger. I think this is it. Okay. No, that's Alice in the Wonderland. Oh my goodness. Those are owls. Oh, there it is. Last one, of course. This is the woodcut raven. Don't remember how many stitches I got on it, but I don't think there's that one here. And this is done on a 20 count. Easy guide. There it is. So hopefully, after I work on the little swirls over here, we'll get into the moon and the raven. But I'm not pushing it. So it's not a lot, but it's something. So I want to work on that one next week, and I don't know when, but I am going to work on it on a day. It's not like I have a lot of places to go. So anyway, I also want to work on my owls. I know I need to get some more in to reach its goal. And my starting point will be, last time I worked on this was March 21st. There it is. So I want to finish up these diagonals here, and then work on these diagonals going this way, because right here is where the box that hold, where you can see the faces, starts. They're very pretty colors. They're, you know, not really something that I would like, but I do like them. I mean, I'm not a big owl person. I wasn't, at least until I met my stepdaughter. Started buying owl stuff for her. Yeah. So there's that. That's Nocturnal. No. It's Alice in the Lee Pears. I might keep this one over here, just so for Wonderland Wednesdays. There's that one. And this is She Mad Had Her Dreams. So, so I got 469 on the stained glass bead. So that, I only have 524 stitches before I get my goal. And if I can complete my goal this weekend, then that will be awesome. Because that'll have 5,000 stitches on it, which is a good goal to have. So, I did finally yesterday made it to the post office, and so Hilltop Stitcher, you should be getting your package within the next few days, next few business days. Went out yesterday before noon, so hopefully you either get it Saturday or Monday. I'm hoping. And if you do, please let me know. I'd appreciate it. I do not have a giveaway for this week because I'm kind of finding out. I don't know. We'll see. Today I ordered some 20 count Lugana. I'm going to try that. I'm not doing the 2/2 thing. I'm just going to do it 1/1, like I have been doing on the Luganas. It's alright. You know, I'm not thrilled with it, but the 1/1 is actually going pretty well. So I'm liking that. But I might have some Lugana that I still want to get rid of. I don't know yet. We'll see. Other than that, as far as life is concerned, I'm done with digital. I'm done with debit cards. I'm done with it all. You know, I'm just done. I'm tired of people hacking my card. I'm tired of people hacking my information. You know, I wasn't very thrilled that I, had to go to the police department yesterday and write out a statement about my card getting hacked again. This time it was almost $4,000, and I would never, those amounts I would never spend without talking to my husband first. If he wants to go out and spend money on something for the house, like we did with the I don't know, some sort of tank, I can understand that, and I have no problem with it. Absolutely no problem with it. But if I'm going to make huge, huge payments like that, if they show up on the bank statement, he usually calls me and says, well, did you? And if he gives me a name of what it is, like if it's a hospital bill or something to that effect, I will say, yes, I did. Or, no, I did not. And if I ever say, no, I did not, then he checks it out and finds something. Now, when the bank took over, we had it one bank at one point, and then it got sold to this other bank. We've had more problems with this other bank than we ever did with the first one, because the first one would, say, okay, did you make this charge? Text you and say, did you make this charge? And you could either say yes or no. But the bank that took over does not do that. and they let it go, and let it go, and let it go. And don't notice that these are not charges that are normally made from us. And so on and so forth. So I'm up to here with the whole thing. I just I've had enough. Really have. But other than that, you know, everything seems to be going. I feel like crap today. I didn't feel good yesterday. It's rainy, it's cold, it's gross. I don't want anything to do with the weather. So Patches and I are just gonna hunker down and watch TV and stitch. So it is going to be our day. But I hope you enjoyed what you saw. And like I said, I did end up getting a small bump in subscribers, which I'm very, very happy about. It makes me very happy. And I got more views on my last FlossTube than I have on any other that I've ever done. And I am thrilled. Literally thrilled with that. I am just so happy. It doesn't mean that, you know, I want you to stop. No, I want you to keep watching. That's what I really want. And you know, I'm happy with whatever I get. Am I up to 1,000 subscribers yet? Not even close. Am I gonna be one of those people that have thousands and thousands and thousands of subscribers? Probably not. But you know what? That's okay. I have, you know, I'm finding ways to get into the community. And so I post my videos to different groups on Facebook, like Virtual Stitchers, and as long as I have a Stitch is So Beautiful going, or I show it during my FlossTube, then I post it to there. I don't just post something that's not Stitch is So Beautiful on there, because that's not the way the group works. For, you know, Stitching by the Shore Lore, Crafts and Books, there's a few others that I post on too, and I usually get some likes, and usually every time I post on one of those groups, or every Friday when I post to those groups that I post on, I usually get 2 or 3 new subscribers. So that makes me very happy. That means that there are people that actually like what I do, and that gives me that confidence, you know, that I'm lacking in other areas of my life. I know. We're going one spot at a time, right? So yeah, I'm really appreciative of everybody who has liked, everybody who has subscribed, everybody that comes back every week. I am very, very appreciative. So, if I get 6 more subscribers by next week, I am going to have a rather large gift for people. So, I hope you join me. I hope you come and you watch and you like and you subscribe. And if you just stumbled across me and you like what you see, please like, please subscribe, because I really, really, really appreciate it. More than you know, I appreciate it. If I could, I would give all my subscribers, you know, a big old virtual hug. Well, there you go, big hug. I'm a hugger, what could I say? But yeah. So I really appreciate everybody's support. So thank you so much. And I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. It's supposed to be gross here. I haven't seen any of my daffodils bloom yet, and I've been checking out my kitchen window. I haven't seen any of them bloom yet. So, yeah, we'll see. I gotta, you know, have my husband plant some more tulips up front. So, I'm not big on planting things, but we need to find some more tulips that we can plant up front. Because I like those too. Yeah. So, but daffodils remind me of spring, you know, and that's usually the first flower I see. We have what they call, I didn't realize that a group of robins is called a round. It's probably why when people have those, you know, when you get a couple people together and they stitch the same thing, or they stitch a pattern and they do their part and then they send it to the next person, and that person, round robin. So yeah, so a group of robins is called a round, and we have a group that lives around here along with chickadees and squirrels and blue jays and cardinals occasionally, and you know, and I love the robins. So anyway, I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend, and keep on stitching on, everybody. Bye.